But I mean, Scott is an X2 right in the future, so the true X is Scott himself, right? Yeah, so Scott is an X, she divorced Scott, right? Making him the ultimate X, so obviously Scott Pilgrim is the X, right? Right, of course, super old, grumpy Scott, yeah, like, and then you got the Ryu bandana to him, it's like Gokken and Ryu. Super evil old Scott. It's angry he can't be with Ramona Fizz. Anti-kiss Fizz. It's like this episode martial art backstory. He's been learning the Hadouken and vegan powers. Yeah, only being a vegan. Yeah, he's been dull simming it. He's been turning it into kind of combination of dull sim, Ryu. Yeah, exactly. Scott against the world. Yeah, he's become the ultimate Scott Pilgrim. He's really turned into like every Street Fighter character in the same time. Evil, super evil Uni Akuma Ryu with powers of everyone else, right? And, you know, Super Ramona appears, right? I'm calling it. Yes, I call it, man. There's gonna be like another Ramona coming. I call it, yeah. It's like, you know, super old Ramona. I'm right here, and like, it appears. And me, like, oh, come on! It wasn't just that. And me, is like, oh, you're a bad husband. I'm gonna get married to Ramona, what? Oh, they're gonna fuse? This is so Dragon Ball. They're gonna have like a fusion. Yeah, of course. Sonic the Hedgehog! Yeah, that's true! It's also Sonic the Hedgehog, that's true. Yeah, turn into Sonic the Hedgehog, that's what it is. Not Dragon Ball. Scott Pilgrim. That anime is great, that bro. It's really, really good. Honestly, one of the best shows I've seen this year. And I was thinking today to actually do a reaction review, alright, of like episode 4 to 6. But, so one episode, whatever. But I was like, no, it's just too good. I kept watching it. So instead, we're doing all of them. Yeah, we're doing all. So this is episode 4 to 8, and links below for 1 to 3 then, but I just went through it all, so we're gonna react to each episode and review each episode, right? But it's really, really good. I think it's a must watch. As I said yesterday, I really do think it's one of the best anime I've seen. As the one thing here though, would you enjoy it if you haven't read the original? Honestly, you still probably would enjoy it, because there's so much references to anime like Dragon Ball and Street Fighter and so on, but yeah, you probably would. I mean, it's a lot of like meta things, so if you haven't seen the original show, this show is probably unwatchable, but it definitely is like half the value if you don't care. Because a lot of the jokes are, you know, almost like a parody on the previous one or whatever, right? And the original show is a parody on like Dragon Ball and so on, so it's like a parody and a parody. So it's a very meta, this show, and I think that's also the reason why I love it so much, because I love meta stuff. You know, I'm a big fan of Fort Walling, you know, Deadpool or whatever, right? This feels like a Deadpool show, right? So I really love it. Maybe subscribe, press the like button, and let's watch episode 4. Oh my god, I love it. Like, yeah, send it for myself or so on. It's a ramp, it's for birthday, of course. Sån hårt procent, I love it. Yeah. This is crazy. It is beautiful, it is beautiful. I think I'm watching a Tony Hawk game, yeah, definitely. A lot of jabs happening. Someone is dyeing their hair. That's a Ramona problem. She's taking her hair every episode, right? I guess so, yeah. It's a thing that she changes her hair every episode. Oh my god, it's a Ramona! It's just a Ramona, clearly. It's awkward. It's just... Yeah, it's clearly me! Just playing Ramona! It's not even awkward. You can't call her Ramona, man. Sue them! Sue them, Ramona! There's one thing that she looks like Ramona, she even calls her Ramona. Oh my god, my Scott Pilgrim's previous life. There's some weird meta. So the movie is about Scott dying or something. Yeah, the movie is when he dies, Jesus Christ. Okay, the anime meta now. The anime goes really meta here, I think. So the movie is about his death or something. And enemy is playing just a scene with knives before it happens. But you know, everyone else looks like themselves. Yeah, all the rest of the people playing themselves then. Because obviously, it's Envy. So Brie Larson's playing Ramona. This would be really fun if it's live action. Brie Larson goes in there with the wig that looks like the... But yeah. But Knives and so on looks like herself. So, or the rest of the part of this movie. And no one just told Ramona. I hope that's it. That sounds like a Mario. It sounds like it's Mario Kart music in the background. Yeah, they have some really weird gaming references. It really sounds like a Mario Kart, like, it's playing Scott. I mean, obviously, I said earlier, of course he's playing Scott Pilgrim. God, it's so stupid. So he's playing Scott in... Is it Envy in the... That's stupid. Oh my god, yeah, you hire someone that's super into it. It's gonna play yourself, right? Yeah, oh, confident, yeah. He's gonna get cast like himself, right? He gets fired, he can play himself, exactly, he can play himself. Yeah, who's playing him? Because the movie is the original storyline. The Luke is gonna defeat me in yeah, who's playing himself then? He's playing two characters? Up to fight paparazzo ninjas, is this? Who have you surrounded? What is this? Okay, so instead of being, maybe they're gonna fight Ramona on him, but instead of being that, it's mostly like, yeah, we got you surrounded, bro. That is so weird. Okay, so instead of that, it's Lucas versus paparazzi. Okay, it's better, yeah. Instead of him versus Ramona, it's Lucas fighting all brought their own skateboards too, yeah. Every paparazzi has their own skateboard, so they can have a skateboard race battle. Now he's getting money to do his tricks nice. What is that alien maker suddenly for? I guess we can move it set for sit. Oh my god, this is crazy. Oh my god, that is so good, this anime. Yes, of course, it's a shark there, like why not? Oh my god, this is hilarious. But I like it, yeah, it wasn't even like Ramona as one or like an enemy bad guy was a bad guy. No, it's just it's Lucas fighting random ninjas instead. It's like, what's happening? It's like a tornado or like cyclone of ninjas. Yeah, it's happening. It's a drill the channel to heaven. It really does remind me of Trigger, this anime. Yeah, it's like it's a lot of money too. Yeah, he's like massive. Like, what happened? Oh, they're like 500 ninjas now in one super. Yeah, in like one. It must have Blue Leaves. That's what the movie Blue Leaves. It was fucking gato. Yeah, like a frame per second. I mean, with the Roxy was more like I wasn't really gay. Yeah, it was like I was just experimenting. This stuff felt more like. I like the dinosaurs back there. But what? He just takes the kid's skateboard? He needs a skateboard, I guess, yeah. Not Lukas Lee. He just takes skateboards from random people. Not him. So let's review it. Speaking of dating and so on. Really good. I think the best action episode so far. Lukas versus the ninjas was really good. The first time we're talking about that thing. I mean, I really like it. I think some people can say, oh, it's like vocal or whatever, right? Because it's like about Ramona as the main character, which it kind of is. And then when she had their fight with Roxy, oh no, it's like, people can say, oh, it's all... But I don't think so at all, actually, because if Ramona was fighting everyone... Okay, let's see this. If Ramona fighting everyone, and it was more or less the same story, then I would say, oh, it's a classic diversity cast, this is Ramona to Scott, right? But it really isn't, right? I mean, the storyline is different, but also here... I think it matters even more because the point is that because it is not Ramona fighting Lukas, it's Lukas versus the paparazzi, right? The anime clearly doesn't do... The anime, while she's the main character, arguably, it isn't really going with like Ramona against everyone, right? So I think that's really good too. It isn't just going with like, okay, she's gonna like replace Scott and have Ramona do the exact same content, but it's her instead of him. Because that would be boring, right? That would just be a remake. We end the spot basically, right? But no, instead it's like Ramona goes to Lukas, and then she starts, like, oh yeah, this guy has like a ninja fight instead. So it's honestly so much better because I wasn't really worried about it because I mean it started with Mattel versus Gideon anyway early, right? In the early episode, but definitely I think it's really great how like you don't know what's gonna happen, right? Because that's what I mean. That's kind of an issue of a lot of animes or whatever, a lot of shows where. It gets predictable. Okay, it's like this switcheroo thing, but Ramona does the same thing. That would be way less good, right? Now it's like it's switcheroo, but it still is crazy. So you don't know what's gonna happen. Suddenly Lukas is surrounded by 5,000 ninjas, and it's like a ninja skateboard fight for 10 minutes, right? That's so good. Not just the fight itself, but I mean just how like we don't know what's gonna happen next episode. Right? I mean I'm so excited. Honestly, that was so great because I'm so excited to watch. Next episode, because you have no idea what's gonna happen. Maybe Vegan's gonna fight Goku, Kakarot, who knows, I could see it going more parody. He's obviously Vegeta, so it could be more anime reference. Certainly with him it's gonna be anime reference, probably, but I mean, it can be anything. So that's really good. It's my general premise standpoint. And otherwise, yeah, the fight was really good. Actually, I guess it looked like the best fight so far. It was really well done. I love when like the T-Rex and Cyborg aliens are appearing or whatever. It's like, what's happening? Because they're at the movie set, suddenly all the movie props are alive or something, and this is like this huge fight, right? So that was really good. Yeah, and all though was that, I didn't explain what about him. I don't know. It felt a little weak here. Last episode was very clear, like, okay, she dated, this girl, that she was like, I'm by curse, I changed my mind, whatever. It was very clear like what the story was about, right? But here, I don't know. You know, she breaks up with Lukas and picks up vegan guy instead, you know, and he's just standing there crying behind her, and it's just like, yeah, this scene here, so I put the scene here, because before the scene, right, you see him helping him train, and then the next scene, she dumped him for the vegan guy, and now she's working with him, but like I said, they just didn't explain at all why. Incredibly meta now, though, yeah, let's see the episode. But anyway, let's go to episode 5 then. It starts with some weird document, it's so meta this season, oh god, it's like, so kind of weird, like, documentary, but I keep like this enemy plays with Ramona, it's so stupid, it's piss her off. But yeah, so now, yeah. So enemy course plays with Ramona, but now, yeah, vegan is gonna play. We wanna be movie stars. But do you wanna what? Is she playing herself as a stunt double? So Ramona is a stunt double for Ramona. Yeah. Totally! But I guess she wants to infiltrate the fellow vegan, but so Ramona Flowers is a stunt double for Envy Adams playing Ramona Flowers. Man, this anime is meta, man. I'm pretty good at playing Ramona, yeah. She's trying to infiltrate the vegan, but it's so silly. Det här är så jävla bra, det är så jävla konstigt att se det. Han ska spela sig själv som stunt-double för sig själv liksom, oh my god. It's so weird. Just trying to talk to a vegan. He got the vegan power after all. Can you wait for his fight? I would be surprised if he fights Envy. I would be surprised if this he's playing himself. Oh god, this is so stupid meta, man. Yeah, Wallace, I'm good at playing myself after all. You know, yeah. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim. And of course Envy is playing Ramona. But Wallace is playing Wallace. Everyone's gonna die because he keeps trying to bang it. He keeps, oh yes! I'm like, yeah, they're too into it. It's like, no! It's supposed to be on PG-13! Yeah, the vegan power is too much, man. That's right, baby. Vegan power! Yeah, so everyone knows that the vegan guys are just too hot, man. Yeah, they're too hot into it. So the director's going crazy because the vegan power is just too... Because what is Wallace's solution now? Wallace gonna save them. Yeah. What? But he said Yaoi is that. I thought he was gonna kiss Ramona anyway. But okay. How is this... I don't know. How is it working? Is it the same thing? Yeah, it's just Envy getting Envy, I guess. But I don't know how it didn't fix anything. It was just Wallace getting acted. It didn't fix anything. It was just Wallace getting it on. He didn't fix anything. He's just like, yeah. So he's making vegan go gay now with the romantic thing ever. Obviously a Dragon Ball reference. How obviously Kame said in Master Scott Pilgrim. And he's talking about my boyfriend, Scott Pilgrim. I am Scott Pilgrim. It's like, no, you. It's a good meta jokes. Their budget was already broken. Yeah, they already spent all their money. Jesus Christ. He's so in love with him now. What is happening in this? Oh, so we got with her? Oh my god, we're done with her. What? He has some violence stuff too, even. What? We first? I haven't said that, I meant we first. Ah, Wallace gonna bring up with him? Come on, Wallace. But he's in love with him. Oh my god, Wallace is mean, man. I thought Wallace liked him back. He's softening his... She's like, Ramona is my stunt double! Like, I love this anime so much. She's like, okay, I got a lot of stunt double with this. It's Ramona Envy versus the Wallace. There we go. Yeah, it's the Wallace army versus Ramona. What's happening? Envy Adams instead is Envy gonna help out or are they gonna... Yeah, Envy stands there. Fight them! Yeah. She's just standing. Oh my god, he's not vegan anymore. Yeah, he's losing all his power. But yeah, let's review it. I mean, it's not a meta episode, right? But I love the whole idea that the Ramona is... that she is a stunt double for Envy Adams playing Ramona. You're like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It's kind of beautiful in that way, right, this anime. It's very, very meta for sure. Extremely meta. If I ever seen it, right? But yeah, I mean, I really like that. The general comedy is really on point. I feel this anime, right? I mean, it's really, really funny. If anything, yeah, it's really, really funny. And silly. Like, really silly. Yeah, you're like, oh, but what if I'm the real bad guy? It does feel though that I'm a little surprised they kind of skipped over the whole encounter though. To some extent, right? Yeah, they skipped over the whole encounter of Vega didn't fight anyone. The poor guys that got tricked by Wallace, so he didn't get any actual encounter or anything. So that's poor for him, I mean. But yeah, it's interesting. The episode felt more romantic, very yaoi. Not many battles, and it was funny that he lost powers immediately. Yeah, he basically just lost his powers, right? He went over to him to be like using up his power too much. He said, "Oh no, I lost my module." Yeah, it's interesting. But I really do hope that Julie is the bad girl. I said it earlier in the last video, but I think she always hates Scott, right? It makes sense that she's always been the one that wants to kill him and rewrite history. But anyway, let's go over to episode 6 then. It's Meet Cutie immediately. It's a Sailor Moon opening. This anime is so meta, man, yeah. I'm gonna meet Cutie. I like it in Japanese too, yeah, she meets Cutie. Itaine! Okay. Did they put on the right show here? Finns det guy? Arigato! I like how they change to Japanese too. My name is Lucas, not Lukas. Oh god, it's so stupid. My real name is Luke, not Lucas. No, it's gonna hang out and play Mario Kart. Let's be best friends! Oh my god, it's adorable. Yeah! Yeah, we both lost our jobs. Let us hang out and have friendship time! I don't know, man. I hope she's evil. I hope the Julie. She hates Scott, right? Yeah. 90 minutes, yeah, that's better this scene. They're best friends now! Come on, girl! Yeah, live here. She's like, I also want to play Mario. Oh, it's them now! What is this? It's Julie versus Lucas and Ghost. Ramona blocks it. I think this scene was great. Yeah, she's hugging her ass! What is this? And Ramona blocks it. But I like how they, I mean, it's extremely forward. I like forward. Yeah, I mean, this whole thing is like, it's like girlfriend angry their boyfriend. Yeah, there's like fight time instead of the typical, martial art. Street Fighter. No, it's like, you broke my ceiling. You gotta go down. Someone's gonna pay for my ceiling, right? The only Yoma can get is voicing in animes. Exactly. My life's terrible. I have to be an anime dub voice actor. The lowest of humans. Because we start episode 7. I hope he explains he's a vegan. Okay, But I hope he expects that he's a vegan, secretly, to use his own powers. Yeah, it's like, I turned into a vegan in secrets. I guess gonna reveal his mask now, and like, I am you. Oh, it's like Canada has been destroyed. He's trying to save... It's gonna be Scott with a beard, right? He's trying to save the future, I guess. Like, I'm you, I'm Beard Scott. He's like old Logan, yeah. Old Scott Pilgrim. 37-year-old Scott Pilgrim. Okay, it's like an old desk controller. This episode here was much better than the last episode. Yeah, it's like he does like a shuriken. He has to do the shuriken to open it. Yeah, it's like drag on input to open the door, man. I love this thing. My god, the references, yeah. Oh, it's a Nintendo VR. It is the Nintendo VR. Oh my god, it's so much Nintendo. Some nerd on the internet. So this is like the original storyline. Yeah, it is the OG storyline. Exactly, Lukas. Red flag. It looks nice right now then. He marries Ramona, but Ramona is a terrible wife then. I guess Ramona is a really bad waifu. Divorce, but why did he get a divorce then? But why then? Okay, so explain anything. So they get divorced, but explain why. What's bad then? They were married for like a year, what? So they weren't married for like a day, they were married for years. Like the whole thing is like a controller, yeah, the whole staircase makes a controller. It's like, Jesus Christ. But why was so bad then? I mean, sure, they got divorced eventually, but then this was not terrible. So he plays music with the twins though. The robot keeps being everywhere. So I guess the twins still might be the bad guys. Because yeah, he's like in band with the twins and shit. This is terrible. He's in band with the twins. Oh my god. Oh, this is so bad. Like a sexy cat is always happening. Cat robot. Oh my god, this is so weird Japanese. Yeah, this is weird. What is this thing? No, it is so bad. This is the next anime opening, definitely. It's clearly purposely bad, but Jesus Christ. Suddenly it's live. Suddenly it's 3D CGI for some reason. Now this is CGI and nobody anymore, what? He still lives with Wallace. What's wrong with him? Who's his husband? Gideon, maybe. Okay, so Wallace is married to some rich guy. So it's either like vegan man or... Wait, his husband is Nintendo. He's married to Nintendo. What? They explain why everything is Nintendo then in the house. Ramona has written the story, so she's told young Neil that he can tell and read the story. Of course, yeah, I got my power of the rollerblade, that makes sense. Fix them. It's pretty cute, yeah. Ramona's like, future Ramona's like, I will fix our love story though. But yeah, episode 7, definitely the best episode. I mean, come on, it's old Scotland. Yeah, it's obviously like based on Wolverine. Never seen it, the movie's alright, you know. So it's a movie based on a comic, right? Classic by now, I suppose. Old Man Logan. And he even has the X, right, on his shoulders. I mean, obviously a lot of Marvel references in Scott Pilgrim, and yeah, this is like Old Man Logan, but he's like an unemployed loser instead. Yeah, well, I guess unemployed typically in the future of Wolverine, but still, you know, it's like a different way. I like that he still lives in Wallace's basement and so on. But one thing though that the future him didn't explain though is that he's always like, oh no, we got married, but then we got a divorce, and it was terrible. But like, he didn't really like explain it was so bad. I mean, obviously getting a divorce is bad, but he kind of briefly, oh, we were married for years, you know, 20 years. I was like, they wasn't married for whatever, right? Like a decade at least. So it didn't sound like that bad. I thought first you just said, oh, we all got married and then we got divorced like the next week, right? Given how Ramona is so flimsy with everyone else, right? As you see in her flashbacks with like Roxy and the one, I expected him to say like, oh, we got married, they should divorce me the next day or something. Right? That was gonna be terrible. And yeah, they went to, of course, Orlando, we saw the Minion and so on. Orlando, Florida, also a very, you know, meta thing. Yeah, it's a lot of, and even mentioned that Transformers, it's a Transformer ride. It's pretty close to the entrance. We plays a car and so on, that's pretty cool. But anyway, I think this is the best episode probably, generally speaking. It's just kind of fun scene future, the song thing is hilarious, it's a little meta, right? It's a really weird, yeah, that being said though, obviously the twins are the bad guys, right? Yeah, it feels, she expect twins to be the bad guys. They are clearly the one that gave him, or maybe you know that, but I mean, they probably gave him the time travel, right? So they could mess it up, and the robot keeps showing everything. So yeah, the twins seem to be the main bad guys. Except Scott himself then, I guess, and the future Ramona is trying to save it out. That being said though, a little strange though, yes, beginning, like future Ramona is trying to like help him to get married. So you do wonder why they're separated, right, or why they're divorced, because she's like, but I want to still marry Scott in the future, or like I want, you know, past me to marry him, so why does she divorce him then if she loves him? I guess you can go some, oh, she loves him, but this thing or that. We get a point. Generally speaking, it sounds like she still loves him, so why is she divorcing him then, right? But it does feel like maybe this time shenanigan is gonna make future Ramona and Scott also get back together. I think it's gonna end probably that. Probably, right, yeah. But that was the last episode then. He's so not vegan anymore. Yeah, he's completely non-vegan now. Yeah, extra butter! More! I hope he gets a new power-up. He's like fat grease guy said. Yeah, it's like, come on, man! I don't even have any powers anymore! It's like, I'm vegan no longer. I'm not even vegan anymore. It's like, he got the Polish shirt on him. It's like, you owe me popcorn for that, man. I think poor vegan constantly getting his dissed by Wallace. He's like, I'll fight everyone. Like, speed running it! He doesn't fight everyone. Put it here! It's like, what? But like, come on, I'm all ready. Yeah, stop being a psycho. It's like, what? But I'm trying. She also is gonna help out with maybe her and Lukas are Mario Kart friends now or something. Scott is like, you wanna fight me? Yeah, go on! I will fight both of you! What? Yeah, okay, the twins! Scott is trying to fight everyone. Yeah, later, bro. I mean, Scott is an X2 right in the future, so the true X is Scott himself, right? Yeah, so Scott is an X, she divorced Scott, right? Making him the ultimate X, so obviously Scott Pilgrim is the X, right? Just helping him instead. They're all like, we're on your side, Scott! Woo! It's like, what? That's awkward now. It's like, stop trying to support me. I told you guys, of course the real evil is Scott himself, right? Because he's the ultimate X, I said earlier. I knew it! The main evil guy is the 8th X, right? Of course, super old, grumpy Scott. Yeah, I wanna do kiss fizz. Anti-kiss fizz. I knew it, man. But I like how he's much bigger now and ripped up too. He's been training for like 20 years too. I guess we're all gonna team up now against him, right? Everyone against Evil Scott. He's been training for like 20 years to turn into super Evil Ryu. I love it. It's like this super serious martial art backstory. He's been learning the Hadouken and vegan power. Yeah, only being a vegan. Yeah, he's been dull simming it. He's been turning into kind of combination of dull sim, Ryu. Yeah, exactly. Scott against the world. Yeah, he's become the ultimate Scott Pilgrim. He's been training for all his life, learning all the martial art, mastering all the power. Here we go. Yeah, see? Everyone! I knew it. Yeah, everyone. It's gonna be everyone against Evil Scott. I'm really caught it, man. Yeah, everyone against Scott Pilgrim. Gonna start it off here. Oh, it breaks her hammer. Oh, they're playing the game something. Yeah, they're playing the Anamanaguchi. Definitely playing the Anamanaguchi, you know. Yeah, that's the soundtrack from the video game. Absolutely. Here we go. It's time to do the knife summoning. Yeah. Totally, time to summon knives. This is how the video game works, right? Yeah, you summon knives and she throws stuff at you. Kind of like the old Marvel games, so you can summon like Captain America, Spider-Man and so on. And just like an AoE and everyone and leaves. Yeah, so now knives is coming here. Oh! Now you get owned! You get saved by Nightcrawler. Respect your elders. He's like, yeah, Scott. What's Ramona's power? Like, everyone gets a power up by Ramona too. You get like a vegan power up. Ramona throws everyone the item they need to learn the new powers again. Yeah, here goes Vegeta again. He get the Vegeta look now. Here we go. He's just trying to so good, man. Yeah, the ultimate Scott, man. I want to see Vegeta coming in now. Yeah, for the game he does this tag. Yeah, the classic Vegeta double head hammer thing. See, but he's turning into Akuma now. He literally is like every Street Fighter character at the same time. I've been training the vegan power up, learning the Dalsim steps, right? He's really turning into like every Street Fighter character in the same time. Even super evil Uni Akuma Ryu with powers of everyone else, right? See, he's like super evil Akuma. Yeah, it's like no way. Turn into the ultimate Ryu. Man, he cones everyone. Oh, they backed. See if I'm right though. I hope I'm right. And he like and they summoned all the Ramona, so they get like double Ramona up. Oh, she absorbs his. Powerful though. Yeah, alone and is the strongest human ever. Come on, he's pretty badass though. I kind of want to become him. Or she's gonna divorce him already. She's gonna break up with him now already, so he can't turn into that thing. Come on, I hope I'm right here. And you know, Super Ramona appears, right? I'm calling it. Yes, I call it, man. There's gonna be like another Ramona coming. She comes. Even older Ramona, yeah. It's like gray-haired Ramona. Yeah, she's like, yeah, old grandma Ramona up here. I wasn't just that. I mean, it's like, you're a better husband. Robo too. You could be a better husband. Oh, children. I love it. She goes in his complaints about him. Terrible husband. Oh, he's so bad. But I call him, but it was obvious so that, yeah. Grandma Ramona's gonna appear. After 10 years of training as a super Street Fighter character. Yeah, ignoring her for 10 years to improve his martial art. Yeah, it's like, he's been a vegan martial art super athlete guy for 10 years. He's right though. Ramona always runs away though. Yeah, that's true. Exactly, that's the whole thing. Ramona always dumps everyone because she never stays with anyone, yeah. Like I said in the previous episode right there, like Ramona always dumps everyone because she has like zero. Exactly, she's always I mean, obviously she's the one that dumps Scott, right, and runs away always. Yeah, she's the one that always leaves her and never tries, right, to stay with someone. And I was like, I wanna be with myself instead. I'm gonna get married to Ramona. What? Oh, they're gonna fuse. This is so Dragon Ball. They're gonna have like a fusion. Yeah, of course. No, he's like Super Ramona. Super Saiyan Ramona. Yeah, Super Ramona. Sonic the Hedgehog! Yeah, that's true. It's also Sonic the Hedgehog, that's true. Yeah, she turned into Sonic the Hedgehog, that's what it is. Not Dragon Ball. This is beautiful. She turned into Super Ramona with like the enlightened being. And she can like teleport and fly and oh my god, I guess she gonna break the kiss wall thing with her Super Saiyan powers. There we go, yeah. There we go. Super Saiyan Ramona does it. Yeah. Okay, I love you. Okay. But I think she's gonna learn how to divorce him, right? And yeah, actually stay with him now. In this new version here, this Ramona will actually not divorce him. Because she always leaves, so she always runs away from a good thing. She always there's another back and a kiss. And now they're actually gonna stay forever, I guess. She won't run away. Yeah, it sparks. Oh, he can't run it. Oh, he wants him to control. Yeah, he's a terrible CEO. He's like, I'm losing money every day, bro. Please be a CEO instead. Yeah, I have no money left soon. She's really crying for. Oh, it's so great. Yeah, she actually wants the money. Yeah, she's like, yes, the money. Yeah, she just wants the money. She wants to be his wife and his rich, right? Yeah, she's like, yes, let's do it. Yes. Okay. It's supposed to be Simon Pegg, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Rich. He's like, I'm living on the money I made playing myself. I didn't meet the Nintendo CEO. Ramona has such a hair color every episode. True. It's a new day now. She has to come back and like exactly do that. Oh, she's blonde now. Yeah, she has to. Yeah, let's review the final episode. I mean, he's awesome. He really is Evil Ryu though. I mean, he got the banana and everything, but clearly, I mean, there's so much Street Fighter reference, right? Old school Nintendo and so on. But Scott Pilgrim is filled with like beating them up and fighting game reference. And also got Street Fighter, Final Fight, Double Dragon, so I mentioned all the video, right? And probably the reason why I like it, right? Because I'm a huge Street Fighter fan and so on, all the older fighting games. And he obviously is Evil Ryu, right? So Ryu has this Street Fighter tendency that in many games they make an Evil Ryu, which is similar to Akuma, right? Which of course is like the fallen, you know, his Akuma or Goki, as they call it in Japanese, is the brother of Ryu and Kan's master, Goken, right? Which turn evil and fall like the Hadou, you know, fall into the power, right? And in many versions you have an Evil Ryu, and they also have an Evil Kan, right? In some of the games. So clearly he just turned into Evil Ryu, very, very clearly. And even had his montage, right, with his training, and he's doing like the Dasim training, he's in the vegan power, so he basically became all the Street Fighter cats at the same time. Like, it's like, oh, no, I'm like this guy. But he really looks like not only Evil Ryu, with the beard that he has now, in the latest game, but also Goken in SF4 has a very similar look as well, right? He's a bigger guy, broader guy, the beard and so on, so... yeah, he looks a lot like a mixture between like Akuma, Goken, Ken, and Ryu and so on, absolutely. And got different powers, right? And Hadouken and so on. So that was awesome. One thing though, I had to say as a negative point though, is that as I mentioned in the first episode review, is that it is though weirdly predictable, right? Which is really common with this kind of anime, this kind of storytelling, because while this wackadoodle, right? Everyone's teleporting, and Evil Scott is the ultimate X. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I called it earlier. It makes sense, right? Yeah, Evil Scott is the ultimate X, so he's the actual bad guy. It makes perfect sense, right? Because again, he's, you know, the ultimate X, right? The last X, the divorced X, right? But on the same time, though, it is predictable. Actually, quite predictable, right? Which I think ruins a little bit, because it's like, yeah, of course, Ramona is gonna come and defeat Evil Scott, right? Yeah, like even older Ramona, like, you know, Grandma Ramona is gonna appear and be like super old. And it's like, don't ask for her age, but she's like a gray-haired Ramona will appear and, you know, like, you know, yeah, be like, you're a bad husband, and like, yeah, and then she's gonna feud and so on. So it is quite predictable that, of course, like I keep saying, Evil Ramona was gonna save the day, right? I also predicted that, of course, everyone's gonna team up against him and so on. So it does have this like weird thing where, yeah, it's very whimsical. It feels random at times. It feels crazy at times, right? This anime is generally a really good anime, but I would probably give it 9 out of 10 in that sense. And that's probably what I actually feel is the weakest point of it. That I'm just like, yeah, it is really unpredictable, but also, like I said, quite predictable, because, yeah, but you also have all these typical tropes of like, well, of course, you know, it's evil, this thing, of course it's like good Ramona, and of course you're gonna fuse, and then you can have like Super Dragon Ball, or, you know, the Super Sonic comments, whatever, and a lot of the stuff is very, very clearly there. I also called that he was gonna eat vegan food to turn into vegan powers. I mean, yeah, I called that too, right? That Scott was gonna, yeah, the Scott in the future will become a vegan just to get the vegan powers. I said that too, right? So, in a weird way, it's very predictable. And I wish it was less predictable, I guess, in some of these motions, because... that being said, though, you can talk about it in like a story aspect way. If everything is random, it becomes too random, and the storyline will be terrible, arguably. Something has to stay consistent, maybe, perhaps, right? Like, this is easy to understand, the actual storyline. The actual general plot line is easy to get, but everything else around is crazy. I guess, maybe. But I wish they actually fixed someone else. Honestly, yeah. I mean, it's still a really good fight, but I wish they had fixed it. I mean, even though, I mean, oh yeah, old Ramona's are coming too, right? You know, obviously. But I wish they had kept fighting everyone at the same time and so on. Maybe the other cats should have done more to him. Because now I felt like Ramona had to come in and save it immediately, and it didn't even defeat him. All the rest of the guys lost immediately, and then she had to come in and just teleport him away, right? which is exactly what I expected to happen. Yeah, a little bit like that. I wish they had more like a whimsical solution. Well, actually, I think it'd be funnier in one way if they beat him by saying that, okay, we won't kiss then. Ramona dumps Scott, and then he like disappears because they changed the time is changed, right? Grandfather paradox. He like immediately is like removed from time scale and so on, and then immediately when he disappears, she's like, okay, let's do it again. Let's get married anyway, and then he doesn't appear because they changed the time now, so he can't appear anymore because now President Scott knows that he should like divorce her. And that it fixes it. It could be some other weird shenanigans storyline, which I think it would have been better honestly because that would be more in fitting with Rannis. That being said though, this storyline here is a better ending I guess than the original comic and movie because Ramona more so learns right in the end, which is fused with herself and so on, and the end of the storyline he's like commenting to old Ramona. Young Ramona kind of said, oh yeah, she was also dumping everyone, right? You have to remember that she's the one that dumps every character. All her exes and it costs Scott eventually. She's the one with 8 exes. She's the one that has been... She's also the one that runs away, right? He said, yeah, she never stays with anyone too long, right? They had actually a long marriage, apparently long, but for some while. But again, she runs away. Like I said, you left me. You didn't give me a chance to, change or explain anything, right? And that is honestly her big issue. I mean, I keep saying it in my earlier reviews, but she isn't a very good girlfriend in a lot of ways, right? Because, she just leaves instead of explaining anything. Yeah, instead of giving them a chance to change or explaining to them what she wants in them, right? So, while he's like an evil, crazy guy, I do think, as always, as an original story too, right, it's quite well written when it comes to the relationship because Ramona is still a bad wife. Yeah, she's just like, she wants something from Scott, right? She wants it to change something or whatever, or this thing, or some work, or maybe she wants to move, whatever, right? She wants something, or maybe more than one thing, whatever. She wants X thing, right? But she doesn't tell him anything. No, she's just like, okay, I'm leaving. That's her, So he called her out there, and she had all the flashback with all the 7 other people she left, right? And then he's very true. It's like, but you never tell me anything. You never tell me that you're sad or whatever. You just leave, right? And she's always been a terrible communicator, or / terrible communicator, and also then she never gives anyone a chance, right? She just leaves immediately. Yeah, so like all her backstories, all the 7 cats, basically just left them immediately, like not saying anything. So she gave him, I guess, the longest chance, but still, right? It's the same thing. She doesn't really allow anyone to fix it or whatever. So that's kind of hurting, right? And in a way, she's the fault. Generally at fault, right? It's just a normal storytelling. But of course, as Scott goes crazy to the Super Saiyan, Evil Super Saiyan, Super Dragon Ball, Goku Hadouken, Gokin try. Yeah, of course. But I mean, that's the comedy of it, right? That he's just like, oh, she divorced me, so I turned into a super bad guy. Yeah, but there's also the storyline, I guess. Everyone that she breaks up with, including Scott, becomes super evil. Yeah, they became evil maniacs. So that's her power, I guess. She dates someone, she breaks her heart, and they all turn evil. Yeah, that's her thing. So it definitely is consistent. And in that way, it was very obvious that Scott was going to be the bad guy, episodes 5 or 6 or so. He was going to be the true bad guy, because then you learn that they got divorced in this present or current timeline. Like, oh yeah, of course he's going to be evil then, because everyone that she breaks up with turn evil. Definitely. But it does feel this is the ultimate ending now then, right? Because now she's learned that. She's giving people a chance and so on. So she's probably gonna stay with Scott and not just dump him immediately when she changes her mind, right? Like in the future, as expected. As I kept saying earlier reviews as well, I was like, well, she's the one that left Roxy so on, right? But giving Roxy a chance, yeah. So she, in the end, she kind of treats Scott the same way, right? But it's just trying to use some time shenanigans to save it. So as always, she's not very honest people, right? Not really. But more happened. But the episode was basically a fight episode, a lot of references. Yeah, the last episode was probably the best episode. It was still the best though. But I will give it like a general 9 out of 10, like I said, right? Because I do feel it's like some of the general story bits are like just way too much trope in a weird way, and everything around them is super crazy. And it's kind of like, I keep saying this thing, but it reminds me of Studio Trigger, right? With Darling in the Franxx and so on, right? And the thing is that Studio Trigger, they are really crazy. Their ends are always like super crazy, right? And this end here is nothing compared to Studio Trigger. Studio Trigger, the ends are very, very crazy. And they go way over the top right there. And this anime fits very similar to Trigger, but they're actually holding back in that sense, right? Yeah. And I think it would have helped it to be more like Trigger, like this is a Trigger anime, I think it would happen, right? Because, like I said, it's very similar to a Trigger show. It's clearly inspired by Trigger. It has some reference Trigger set up in all the reference animes on it. It's very, very clearly like feels like a guy next Trigger, a lot of reference to that stuff. But they don't really go all the way, right? And that I think is the whole bag. Like I said, the ending honestly should have been more crazy. After he's like, oh, I'm the evil guy. Then he, it could be like 10 Ramonas fusing, and it could be like all the Ramonas, and like a video game Ramona could appear. I honestly think it should be more crazy, yeah. That's my biggest complaint. I think it should be more crazy, I think it should have went all out in the finale, right? And otherwise, the episodes are a little uneven. There was one episode I didn't really care that much. 6, right? Yeah, that was fun when they were playing video games, and then there wasn't that much happening. There was a modern episode. I mean, every episode was good. Don't get me wrong. Every episode was really good. But there was some episode that was like, oh yeah, this is 10 out of 10. And some other ones was like 8 out of 10. So they weren't all equally good. Episode 1. I'm thinking about episode 1 is the weakest one. That one is weird because it basically is just retelling the OG storyline, right? And then suddenly it changes the OG storyline to this new storyline, which is great, of course. They have an actual new storyline, as I said in my first video. But I do think that, episode 1 could have been way shorter, or rather, it could have started almost where it ended immediately, right? It's straight up thinking about it. Yeah, episode 1 actually is pretty weak. And when I made my video about it yesterday, or 2 days ago, I kind of felt that, what's the point, kind of thing. I was like, episode 1 is like, whatever, react to this episode, review this episode, it basically sets the storyline, except the last 2 minutes, right? So that was kind of weird, and honestly, but I guess in a way, is to help anyone else watching it. You could argue that it's a good episode for people who never read the comic and never seen the movie, because episode 1 is also what they keep like retelling with different actors, like Lukas and so on, are playing episode 1 again. So in that way, episode 1, I guess, is more needed, because it's literally what they are replaying several times. But I don't know, it does feel a little bit unnecessary when I think about it. It could definitely been like quicker into the new storyline. Now in retrospect, so that's also the minus. But I think I got 9 out of 10. It's like a really good show, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think it's the best show I've seen this year, but I think it's like up there. So I think it's like a fair score, like 9 out of 10 in total. Certainly for a short episode show. Interesting if I watch it every week. I don't know. I mean, I prefer to watch stuff every week over binging it. So I probably would like it more. I feel, honestly. I usually do it, Yeah. But anyway, guys, hope my video, please subscribe, like button. Have a great day.